this exercise is to help you to relieve stress that you might be holding in your body. And that stress can take the form of physical stress, as in tension, pain, discomfort, or it could be more emotional, mental, or spiritual stress. It could be you may feel you're holding emotions of sadness, grief, anger, anxiety, frustration, fear. So the stress can take any form. And this is a simple breathing practice using our abdominal breath combined with our mind in order to help our bodies to process and to release whatever kind of stress we might be holding. So sitting comfortably or lying down or standing, just make sure that your spine is upright or that you're lying flat. The chin is tucked back towards the throat. The mouth is closed. The tongue is resting on the roof of the mouth and the tip of the tongue resting against the back of the upper teeth. Check the shoulders are nice and relaxed. And closing the mouth, bringing a smile to the corners of your mouth and closing your eyes now. So for this exercise of releasing and relieving stress in the body or the mind, all you need to do is follow along with my voice. So breathing in and out through the nose now, using your abdominal breath. As you breathe in, the belly expands. And as you breathe out, the belly shrinks. This simple breathing practice will allow you to healthily process and release anything in your body or your mind that you don't want. So as you're breathing right now, think of something that you don't want in your body or mind. So that can be a physical ache, pain, sensation of discomfort, or it could be an emotional feeling, for example, grief, sadness, anxiety, fear, anger, frustration, or something else, something that does not feel comfortable to you. And you'll find that whatever popped into your mind, the very first thing is probably your body and your mind communicating with you and telling you that that would be a really great starting point. You might find that there are 2 or 3 things, but go with your intuition, go with your gut and just pick one thing. You can always work with the other things during another session. So whatever that thing is now, bring your mind to it. And ask yourself, what does it feel like? Is it hot or cold? Does it have a colour? How big is it? Where is it? Is it close to the skin surface? Is it deep inside the body? Is it in one tiny point, or is it everywhere? Is it mostly in your body, or is it in your head and your mind? So be very clear about where it is and its qualities. And continuing with your abdominal breathing now. very gently, each time you exhale, I want you to think of releasing that thing that you don't want. So when you make your exhalation, think of that whole area or point or the thing that you don't want. Think of it softening, becoming much more fluid, more easy to move. And so the exhalation is going to help you just gently move it out of your body. So when I do this, I'm thinking of the area of dantian in the lower belly. As I breathe out, seeing a pathway coming up from dantian through the center of the body, up towards the back of the throat and out the nostrils. And that pathway is really open and wide. It's like a really inviting road for that thing you don't want to follow along and leave your body. So for this practice, you're not forcing or fighting with it in order to release it. Rather, you're leading it, showing it the way, showing it the easiest path out of your body. And as you finish your exhale, be very conscious of fully letting go of that thing you don't want. So in your mind's eye, see it like a light or a cloud leaving your nostrils, drifting across the room or the open space in front of you, away out the window if you're inside, and up into the clouds, so far away from you. So fully allowing it to be released. Gently showing it the way out to your nostrils. And just keep going with that for a few more breaths, feeling that thing you don't want softening and becoming much more movable. So it's very easy for it to leave your body or your mind. Keep smiling. So it's almost as though you're sending it on its way with your best wishes. Not sending it out of your body with any malice or bad intention. A few more rounds of that. Seeing the stress, whether it's physical, mental or emotional, disappearing, dissolving, leaving your body. And after the next exhale, bring your attention back to the simple rise and fall of your lower belly as you breathe in and out. Feeling the belly expand as you breathe in and shrinking as you breathe out. Keeping the eyes closed, place one hand over your lower belly with the other hand directly on top of that. And as you're breathing now, with the inhalation, think of drawing lovely, clean energizing, revitalizing qi or energy into dantian in your lower belly. And what that's going to do is fill the space that the thing you've just released was occupying. So by releasing the stress, you've created a lovely space to be filled with healing qi. So with each inhale, drawing that healing qi in from the outside world, to energize and heal your body. And now just slowly opening the eyes. Allow your hands to come back to rest by your sides or on your thighs if you're sitting. So that was a really simple breathing practice to release stress, whichever form it may take for you as an individual. But if you want something that's maybe a little bit more active, and this is a really great practice to do outside, but you can perform it indoors as well, then we can also help to release stress with some movement. So what I'd like you to do now is stand up. This simple movement practice is a vibration of the whole body from the toes all the way up to the head, down through the arms, in order to help to discharge or release what we call waste qi in our body. So that may take the form of that physical, mental or emotional stress that we were just working with there with the breathing. But you may find that the breathing maybe isn't enough. Maybe you need something to maybe kind of dislodge that little bit of stress, or kind of work to move it on a little bit more with a little bit of help from that physical movement of your body. So what we're going to do very simply is, from this standing position, just check that your feet are about shoulder width distance apart. You've got a little bend in the knees and you're standing up straight, but very loose and relaxed. So maybe shaking out the arms, making sure the shoulders are well away from the ears. And just begin by bouncing up and down on your knees. So the heels stay on the ground and your knees are like loaded springs. So you're just bouncing up and down. Very, very relaxed, like a rag doll. So no tension. So you see how my arms are very loose and relaxed. They're not tense like this. Very nice and loose and relaxed. So you don't have to worry too much about posture for this. You can be really in any kind of posture you want, as long as you are floppy like a rag doll. That's the main thing, okay? So if I turn to the side, you'll see that as I do this vibrating movement, you'll see that my wrists start to vibrate as well. So if I was holding my hands in tension, there would be no vibration. But because I'm so relaxed, that vibration is running through the whole of my body. It's relaxing in the wrists, but also if I let that go in the neck as well, you see my head starts to nod as well. So that just shows that you've got lovely relaxation in the shoulders and the neck area if your head is nodding a little as a result of this very gentle vibration, which is really coming from the knees and the ankles. So just keep going like that with your vibration and really feel into that lovely kind of looseness of the body. And with Qigong, remember, we're using the breath and the movement and the mind. So we've got lots of movement going on now, but what we want to do is just check that we're breathing in and out through the nose using our abdominal breathing. And then just for a moment, as you're bouncing up and down like this, close your eyes and think of anything you don't want in your body. So it can be a specific thing, as you did with that breathing exercise right just now. But it could be just a more general sense of wanting to clear out anything that may be cluttering up the body and stagnating the flow of healthy, free, flowing, energizing circulation. So it can be a very general thing. Your body and that vibration, the vibrating movement, is doing a lot of the work for you here. So just get really clear on what you're doing. And we're thinking this vibration is like using a sieve. It's like sieving all the all the heavy stuff up to the top. If you were panning for gold, you'd be sieving all the heavier things up to the top. So what you're looking for here is to bring up everything that you don't want, all the waste chi, up to the skin surface, the surface of the arms, surface of the chest and the abdomen, all the way to the surface of the back, top of the head, all the way down the backs and fronts of the legs. So again, just close your eyes for a moment and think of just sifting everything up to the skin surface. And you can make that vibration a little bit faster if you feel that works for you. Or you can slow it right down and see if that works for you. Often I find a kind of faster motion works for me. So sifting it all up to the skin surface, and now thinking that your skin is like a net. Rather than having tiny little pores on your skin, think of it more like a net, so with big holes in it. And as you breathe out, each time now, you're going to vibrate that waste chi that you don't want through the holes in the net, through your skin, and away and out away from your body. So keep going now. You may want to open the eyes or keep them closed if that helps you to visualize that a little bit better. So vibrating, feeling everything you don't want disappear from the front of the face, front of the chest, abdomen, down the fronts of the legs, and then down the back of the body, from the back of the head, down through the back, buttocks, backs of the legs, and not forgetting the sides of the body, down the whole of the right side from head to toe, and the whole of the left side. And maybe opening the eyes for a moment, keep vibrating. And now just to facilitate a little bit more release of whatever it is you don't want, maybe just tilting to the side very slightly, shaking everything off one side, coming back up, shaking everything off the other side, just giving it a little bit of helping hand. And I visualize this waste chi almost like raindrops leaving my body in a horizontal direction and just flying off away from me. Holding up the hands now, allowing everything to fall off the undersides of the arms. You may want to twist in the body, turning one side to the other, really kind of releasing from the lower back area. Just whatever feels good for you right now. And then just beginning now to reduce that vibration, slowing everything down, coming back to your resting standing position. Bring the hands together, rub the palms until they get really, really hot. And then place one palm over each eye, fingers facing up towards the ceiling. Check your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Feel the heat from your hands running through your eyes, out the back of your eyes to nourish your mind. Keep breathing, using your abdominal breath in and out through the nose and smiling. And then gently giving your face a little massage to finish your practice, and allowing the hands to drop down by your sides. So there you have two really simple Qigong practices in order to help relieve stress from the body or the mind. The first one was working with the breathing and visualizing that thing you don't want, leading it out of the body with the exhale. And the second one was that lovely, more physical discharging of waste chi with vibration. And so hopefully there you have a calmer one and a more moving one to choose from for any situation in which you maybe want to spend a few minutes relieving stress.